Hey guys, Tony George, Saturday update here, DocSports.com. Card is up in college basketball. Put about 10 hours into this one. 6 unit top play today in the SEC. That game's between Alabama and LSU. We also have three other plays, including Kentucky and Tennessee later tonight. Um, Also, some Big 12 action and some A10 action today. Four-play card off a 2-0 sweep Thursday in college basketball. Top play, rare 6 unit play. Very high on that game. That's what's going on today. We're going to give you 3 free plays to flat bet, half unit each, right down the board in 1 second. NBA, 0-2 night. Very rarely have we had a losing day in the NBA, and yesterday was one of them. Had the first half line with the Bucks, who ended up winning, but not getting it up in the first half, which is rare. That's only our 5th first half line loss of the season. And we just missed by a point with Washington against Boston. Boy, we had that in the bag, and they just blew it down the stretch. But nonetheless, rare 0-2 day. Obviously, you all know the story. Today's the day you jump on board. Only 2 back-to-back losing cards since December 28th. So, of course, we're coming off a win on Thursday, but nonetheless, bounce back today, solid, isolated, surgical strike, 4 units, NBA, DocSports.com. Early tips with my games today, so get over there in college basketball. Don't forget also NASCAR, 3-0 last week, plus 16 units, 7-unit top play case, race in Las Vegas. We will have a card tomorrow, so be looking for that NASCAR card as well. Let's get to your free plays. Short and sweet today. Wee hours of the morning here in Vegas. And by the way, it is raining in Vegas. May affect the Xfinity race or whatever, but it's not the main race tomorrow. There's no rain in the forecast for those of you that were wondering about that. Let's get to your free plays today. Half unit each. Flat bet them down the board. Atlanta Hawks last night. Boom. Got that free play winner in for you. Let's get some more here today. A lot of games we passed on today. It's not a good day to spread it around at all. All 3 of these plays were on my card, and I pulled them off. I did not want a 7-play card today. So I took the 4 I thought were the strongest of the 7. Here's the ones we passed on. Ole Miss, catching 1.5 to 2 points today against Arkansas. They're off a heartbreaker against Kentucky. They hit 50% from the floor from 3-point range and still couldn't beat them. Arkansas, 40 minutes of hell hasn't worked for them all year. They've kind of changed that a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think Ole Miss is one of the most underrated teams in the SEC. I think they go on the road and get it done here. Also, another underdog. I'm going to take Miami plus 16.5 against Duke. Duke has just been in a meat grinder of a schedule the last 5 games. And laying this type of number at home, Duke's not playing well right now. I mean, they're winning, but they're not playing well. I see a lot of flaws in that team. Clearly, North Carolina and Virginia are the 2 best teams in this conference. They don't have Williamson there, Zion there at Duke. They're just a different ball team. At the end of the day, Miami likes to slow it down. They're grinders. They don't do everything super great, but they just do everything kind of above average, And 5-2 against spread their last 7. I like them plus the big number here to make this tighter than basically 17 points. And finally, speaking of North Carolina, I'm not a fan of Clemson. North Carolina is making a case not only to be, obviously a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, maybe the overall number 1 seed. They're a very good basketball team, good coaches this time of year, get their teams playing well. The Tom Izzos, Mike Krzyzewski's, yes, I know I'm going against him there, but we're talking about 16 points. Tom, those type of guys. And Roy Williams is one of them. Bill Self's going to try and get his team ramped up. These big, iconic schools, they ramp it up. headed into the end of the regular season. They don't wind down; they wind up. I'll take my chances with North Carolina, who I think has got one of the top 3 teams in the nation. And when they're clicking, they can beat anybody. And they're laying 4.5 over Clemson. Clemson, last 4 times they were a home dog against a good team. 0-4 ATS. Thought this number was going to be around 7 or 8, maybe 6. I thought maybe if I got 6, it'd be worth it. I got 4, and then it went up to 4.5. I'll take North Carolina. We'll take the Hurricanes of Miami and the Rebels of Ole Miss. Flat bet, 3 plays right down the board, half unit each. Best of luck. Get over to Docs. Early tips today. NASCAR tomorrow. NBA bounce back. A lot of stuff going on. Major League Baseball on sale. You know the story about last year's epic season. They got an early bird discount over there as well. Get it done. Have a great Saturday.